Hello, welcome.
Welcome back.
Hello and welcome.
Yes.
Welcome back to Geeky Realms. We are very excited to be here. We appreciate your patience while we have worked through a few things. But where we've been?
Where have we been?
Where have we been?
It's almost a year.
Almost a year.
It's been about 10 months since we've
been
It is. Back.
We hit it hard, tons of ideas, and then places we want to go, things we want to do. So we're very excited. And then we were sort of struck down by a multitude of life events. So we tried to...
wasn't one thing, it was another definitely hitting us.
It was not. Mike started it off. Mike, you want to kind of...
So last July, I was having really bad stomach aches, wasn't able to use the restroom. And I was thinking, okay, I'll just suffer the couple of days. And by the third day, I was in so much pain.
You were in pain.
Woke Todd up in the morning. I'm like, I need to go to the hospital. Something's seriously wrong with me. It's not dehydration. So we rushed over to the hospital up the road, and they did some x-rays and probing around. And they said, we have to cut you open and check something. And I had a tumor in my colon. And then they found spots on my liver and lymph nodes, which made that actual stage 4 colon cancer. So after a week in the hospital, spending 2 weeks at home, just miserable, suffering, not being able to do anything, finally got a hold of Moffitt, and Moffitt's been amazing.
They have been.
Yeah, they went through 6 months of chemo, which, well, my chemo, it wasn't as bad. I personally don't think it was bad, but when others looked at me, like Todd and Lisa could see me and know I wasn't doing well, as much as I kept saying, I'm fine. You could tell healthy-wise, I'm still not where I needed to be.
Right, yeah. You can tell it took really pummeled them, took an effect on them.
As much as I wanted to deny it. But the side effects of the chemo weren't really bad for me. Mine's being drained a lot. I didn't lose my hair as much as I wanted to, so I didn't have to shave.
Right.
That's the one I wanted.
Right.
But I got a little cold sensitivity where I couldn't touch anything cold, couldn't drink anything cold. So after 6 months of that, we did another set of scans, MRI, CAT scan, and we can officially say the spots in the liver and lymph nodes are 100% gone.
Amazing, fantastic. So, you responded very well to the treatment, which is great.
My oncologist was very shocked how well I'm like the poster boy of chemo at this point.
Right.
So they decided, let's not cut you open yet, because there's no telling if the cancer's still alive in the liver or lymph nodes.
Right.
So we are doing 3 months of chemo pills. It's 2 weeks on, 1 week off. It's been going pretty well. I got about a month and a half left of that. Then we'll do scans, and in August, if everything still is perfect, we'll cut me open and remove that tumor, and I'll be back to normalish, whatever normal is at this point. That cold sensitivity was just crazy.
Oh,
it was miserable. I'm still, because I have neuropathy, I've been wearing socks for the past 3 months, 24 hours a day, and I hate wearing socks in the house.
Yeah. In fact, we went out to eat one of the times we could eat, and the restaurant, the server was hilarious. Mike's like, I want a tea with no ice. And they brought him tea with ice. He's like, no, I don't want ice. And they were like, oh, okay. And they came back, and someone else brought him another tea with ice. And he's like, no.
Can't have
I
ice.
do not want the ice. And finally, we're like, hey, listen, here's what's kind of going on. They're like, oh my God, we're so sorry for what's happening and things like that. So, but
it's been an interesting journey. It made me reflect on how precious life actually is, and not to take anything for granted, and decided, you know what, I'm going to live every day to its fullest and be happy no matter what. And that's the biggest thing throughout the whole journey. I stayed positive.
Yeah, and he did. He was great.
Cry in a corner, or I'm going to die.
Well, there were some dark times, obviously. You know, you think about things and whatnot, but Mike did. He did very, very, very well with the situation. So, but talk about...
then right after I got diagnosed, stuff happened with y'all.
So Mike gets diagnosed, and we're like, oh my gosh, we had all these things we wanted to do with Geeky Realms, and then Mike's kind of obviously out of it. And then... house came down with COVID, so we had to stay away from Mike. Thankfully, the way our house is set up, he's on one side and we're on the other side. So the COVID side was over here with me and Lisa. We both got sick with that. And just as we kind of were coming out of the COVID stuff, her mom dies, so she passes, and then we're traveling back and forth to Michigan. But her dad's not doing well. And then about 4 months after her mom passes, her dad passes. So we had to when her mom died, her dad, she was cremated, but her dad didn't want to bury the ashes. This was back just it was getting cold in Michigan, so he had them in an urn in his room. But he said, "Hey, when I pass, I want to be buried with mom." And they actually have their own cemetery up in Michigan. So when Lisa's dad Phil passed, the ground was too hard for us to bury him, so we had to wait until the ground thawed, which was really just a couple of weeks ago. So I felt bad for Lisa because she had to go through the death of both parents in that morning. And then, of course, she kind of buried those feelings. But then when we got up to Michigan a couple of weeks ago,
Everything hit back harder.
Everything hit back harder, and she really had that final closure, which was really difficult for her. So we had Mike's sickness, COVID sickness, deaths in the family. And then on top of that, I had a very, very close friend of mine pass as well. So we had another funeral and another thing we had to kind of go through with his loss. So it has just kind of been
interesting journey for the past almost year.
It has been an interesting journey.
It's been testing us for a while.
Yeah, it is.
We stayed positive. We knew once everything got back to normal, feeling better, we would get back and start filming and doing what we love the best.
Yeah, kind of here we are. In fact, talking about filming, it's kind of given us a little bit more direction because there's so many things we want to do. It's kind of like Geeky Realms is the captain of the ship, and then we have underneath that we have Geeky Realms, which is our geek stuff. Then we started Geeky Trails to handle restaurants and camping and historical sites. And then we have cosplay
in Tampa Bay,
cosplay in Tampa Bay for
stuff
photography
for
and things like that.
conventions.
So yeah, so we've kind of divided and conquered a little bit, and we're really excited about that. So we can kind of market better, push things out under different banners, and
someone has a Disney pass holder now.
Someone is a Disney pass
going
holder.
to definitely be going there and
that.
getting footage for that. We were there. Well, I was there with my friend Joey from My Nerdy Entertainment a few weeks ago, and started some footage there, and excited for that. And that's actually the reason this is here.
Yes.
So we picked up the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, and all the reviews I've seen, they've been amazing. You can shoot photos with it, video. The videos are short clips, so you'll get a minute clip of video.
Which is perfect.
Yeah. But if you can stream with these as well with the Wi-Fi, and you can stream up to 30 minutes straight to Facebook at a time.
Very cool.
Yeah. So we'll definitely be doing some live streams. I haven't opened it yet. Literally got this yesterday afternoon and haven't touched it yet. So I'm excited to try these out and check out the footage we can get from this.
So I wonder when we're playing like Pathfinder or any of our tabletop games, I put those glasses on.
Yeah.
We stream the table tidbits.
I regret one thing now.
Okay, I'm ready.
These are normal sunglasses. I should have. I may go back to Best Buy, return these, and go to Target and buy the other ones. They have transitional lenses.
Oh.
And I'm thinking, that might have been a better idea. Get that transitional lens. Yeah. That way I can wear them indoors and just look up and wear prescription glasses at that point.
Yeah, that's cool. So we do have new technology, new stuff we're working with. We're excited. We're still looking about doing a podcast and all that. We don't want to make this too long. This is kind of like a where we've been, nowhere. We're going to come back and talk to this. But for now, of course, as always, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow, and stay geeky.